Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Icon Teacher. I am Satya Prasad. In today's session, we will discuss the concept of continuity and differentiability. Well, in order to understand the concept of continuity and differentiability, one must be very strong in evaluation of limits. So, to begin with, I will give you some basics of the evaluation of limits and then we will go to the actual problems of continuity and differentiability. So, I will begin with the basics of limits. Well, the first method to evaluate the limit is by direct substitution method. So, let us see the first method of evaluation of limit by direct substitution. So, let us take a small example. Limit x tends to 2, x square plus 2. So, if on directly substituting 2 in this function, if we get a real number, then the limiting value of the function will be the real number which we are going to obtain by substituting x equal to 2 in the function. So, on substituting x equal to 2, we get 2 square plus 2, that is equal to 6. So, the limiting value of this function is 6 itself. Let us take another example. Limit x tends to 0, cos x by pi. On directly substituting x equal to 0, we are getting cos 0 by pi. So, which is equal to 1 by pi. When we substitute the tending value and in case if we get 0 by 0 form, then how to evaluate the limit? Let us see that example. So, if on direct substitution results in 0 by 0 form, then what we have to do is to cancel out the common factors. So, let us take a small example. Limit x tends to 2, x cube minus 8 by x minus 2, x cube minus 8 by x minus 2. So, here on directly substituting x equal to 2, we are getting 2 cube minus 8 by 2 minus 2, which is 0 by 0 form. So, we cannot say the answer is 0 by 0. These are called indeterminate forms. So, one such indeterminate form is 0 by 0. So, when we get 0 by 0 form, what we have to do is to cancel out the common factor. So, how to evaluate this limit? Limit x tends to 2. So, we write x minus 2 as a factor of x cube minus 8 and we write it as, we use the formula a cube minus b cube. So, x minus 2 into x square plus ab. The value of a is x and value of b is 2. So, plus 2x plus 4 divided by x minus 2. Now, we are going to cancel out the common factor. And after cancelling out the common factor, now we can substitute the tending value and the result is 2 square plus 2 into 2 plus 4. That is 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is equal to 12. So, this is how we have to evaluate the limit. So, whenever we get 0 by 0 form on direct substitution, first of all we should cancel out the common factors and then we have to solve the problem. So, let us take another example. Limit x tends to 3, x square minus 9 by x minus 3. So, we can write it as limit x tends to 3. You can factorize x square minus 9 as x plus 3 into x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. So, we can cancel out x minus 3 and after cancelling out the common factors, we have to substitute x equal to 3. So, this will be 3 plus 3, that is equal to 6. I hope you understood the method of cancelling out the common factors and then substitution. So, this is the second method. Now, let us see the third method, that is using the concept of the identities. Instead of using the cancelling out the common factors, we can also do this problem using the identity. So, let us see that. Suppose we have limit x tends to a, x to the power of n minus a to the power of n by x minus a. So this can be evaluated using the identity n a power n minus 1. So this is another important identity which we use very often. So limit x tends to 3, x square minus 9 by x minus 3. So this is in the form of limit x tends to 3. We write x square minus 9 as x square minus 3 square divided by x minus 3. So it is resembling the identity here. The value of n here it is 2. So in place of a we have 3. So we get the answer as n a power n minus 1. So 2 into 3 to the power of 2 minus 1. So the answer is 2 into 3, that's equal to 6. So we can do either by cancelling out the common factors or applying this method. So the next identity is limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is equal to 1, where x is measured in radians. And limit x tends to 0, tan x by x is equal to 1, where x is measured in radians. Then we have another identity, limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x is equal to 1, and limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x is equal to log a to base e. So we are going to do some more problems based on these 4 identities, and then we will solve the problems of the continuity. Evaluate limit x tends to 0, sin 3x divided by x. So whenever we are using the identity limit x tends to 0 sin x by x, so what we should take care of is sin of whatever angle we have, the denominator should be the same angle and that should tend to 0. Only if these 3 are the same, then we get the answer as 1. So when we are evaluating the limit x tends to 0, we have sin 3x by x. So the angle here is 3x. So what we have to do is, we need in the denominator also 3x, but there is only x. So we multiply and divide with 3. And as x tends to 0, 3 into x also tends to 3 into 0, or 3x tends to 0. So we can write this as 3 into limit 3x tends to 0 sin 3x divided by 3x. Now whenever we are evaluating this limit using this identity, we should take care that the sign of the angle, that is 3x, denominator should be the same 3x, and 3x tends to 0, then only the answer is 1. So this is equal to 3 into 1 is equal to 3. I hope you understood. Right. Now let us see the second type. Limit x tends to 0, e to the power of 3x minus 1 by x. Once again, if you want to use this identity, limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x, which is equal to 1. Again, we have to ensure that the exponent of e, that is power of e, the denominator x, and x tends to 0. So all these 3 should be exactly the same. Then only the answer is 1. So if you want to apply this identity, limit x tends to 0, e power 3x minus 1 by x. So we have to ensure that the denominator is also same as the power of e. So multiply and divide with 3. And again, as x tends to 0, 3x tends to 0. So we get this as limit 3x tends to 0, e to the power of 3x minus 1 by 3x and the numerator 3 can be written out of the limit, and this will be equal to 3 into 1, that's equal to 3. So this is how we can evaluate the limits using the identities. Then let's see the third example. Limit x tends to 0, 3 power x minus 1 by x. So this is resembling the identity limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x. So we observe that the power of a, the denominator, and this is x which is tending to 0, all the three should be same, then the answer is log a to base e. So here we are going to apply this formula and we get this as log 3 to base e as the answer. So you can pause the video in between and you can make a note of these problems. Now observe the graph of sine 1 by x. So let us take the graph of f of x equal to sine of 1 by x. So if we observe this graph, we could see that as the value of x is approaching to 0, the value of y is fluctuating and it is oscillating between minus 1 to 1. So this is 1, and here you could see that it is between minus 1 and 1. So the graph is oscillating from minus 1 to 1. So as x is approaching to 0, the value of y is oscillating from minus 1 to 1, which means the limit does not exist. So it is not tending to a particular value, instead it is oscillating from minus 1 to 1. So we say that limit x tends to 0, sine of 1 by x does not exist. So once again, if you observe this graph, we could observe that as x is approaching to 0, either from the left hand side or from the right hand side, we observe that the value of y is oscillating from minus 1 to 1. Therefore, the limit does not exist. Now let us see another function, that is limit x tends to 0, sine 1 by x. So this is a graph of f of x is equal to x into sine 1 by x. And here we observe that as the value of x is approaching to 0 from the left hand side or from the right hand side, the value of y is coming closer and closer to 0. So we can write this as limit x tends to 0, x into sine 1 by x is equal to 0. So this is also one of the important result. So please remember, limit x tends to 0, sine 1 by x does not exist, and limit x tends to 0, x into sine 1 by x equal to 0. So these are the two important results.